Alright, probably help if I turn on my mic. That'll do it. Okay, so hey Dad, how's it going? I think the chat's working, right? Looks like it's working, kinda, yeah. Nice royalty-free music. I know, it's no copyright sounds. It's pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to completely ignore... Oh, boy. Wow. Empty forward view. Primary flight displays pop open. No, bring it back. Arc do. Okay, well, that's cool. So, anywho, this is... Oh, God. So, anywho, this is the Majestic -8 Q400. We're here at lovely Los Angeles International doing a flight down to Las Vegas McCarran International. So, we're just going to go ahead and get the plane set up. 69A, yeah, I know, right? I picked this one specially. It's pretty nice. So I'm just going to go through like the basic safety checks and stuff. So our documentation is on board. We're currently reading it. Let's see, batteries on and checked. On and checked. They are checked. Actually, hold on. We need, let's get some external power up in here. So we're going to go ahead and tie the main bus tie and also bring in the external power AC control. Apparently it needs us to close doors. I feel like these batteries are not charged enough here. Oh, there we go. Alright, DC external power's on. Those are charging. Let's see here. Oh boy, airplane. Alright, I might need to adjust the timeout on the stream chat, actually. Possibly. I don't know. Doot. I wish I were a pilot. Well, you can be a fake pilot like I am. I'm being a fake pilot. Alright, it wants us to close doors. I assume this is exit 4. Yeah, alright, that was exit 4. So they're done with their catering service. I'm gonna load people. That's kind of loud. Load people. So let's catering vehicles are on their way. They're already here. Exit. What do you mean exit? Exit 4 is fine. I'll just close all the doors then. God. No timeout, Daddy. Oh no. All right. I don't know. I guess. Actually looking into becoming a pilot for UPS. I don't know what I'm doing. I was gonna maybe like try and get a PPL. Either that or I could just go into the Air Force and then do it that way. So I guess it's really up to what you want to do. Okay, is this thing supposedly done with Okay, what? Oh, what does this do? Ooh. I didn't even know that existed. Okay, wow. Request boarding. The services are complete. Alright, whatever. So I'm just going to do that from C now. So we can go ahead and do that. So let's put in the flight plan. Let's have a look at SimBrief. I'm not going to be able to... Oh, that's nice. Papa Nick. Alright, I'm not going to be able to see stream chat, so... whatever you're saying is going to go unseen, at least by me. Okay, so we're coming from LAX, wherever the K is. K. I guess I never put my. I guess I never did mouse overlay on this, did I? Capture mouse cursor. There we go. All right, KLAX. That's KLAP. That's clap. LAX. Enter. We're gonna go ahead and put in our departure. Departure is going to be, let's see here, 25 right on the Ocean 7. So, runway selection 8, Ocean 7, wherever that might be. 14. Oops. Runway 25 right. Lovely. Enter that. Okay. And then from Ocean, we're direct to Mizzen. We can go ahead and put in MISEN. Confirm that. We're gonna go ahead and delete the discontinuity. And then we're basically just right into the arrival because there's no arrivals that actually take you in on one left because the wind is like 30 degrees. It's out at 30 degrees. Bye, Tony. All right. Oh, wow. You might want to chill it, Davis. Do you want to get banned? Because you know, like, other people can see this, including my parents. So, you know. I just double timed you out, get wrecked. Where is Wapma? Don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Pokemon. Oops, that's not how you spell. Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon. Cool. That's a bit more PG than... Yeah. Where is... Oh, no. Let's not do that. Intersection. Wapma. Enter. Does that not exist? I'm not reading this right. It's definitely Wapma. I don't know. Let's just find... Let's go on to that. I don't know where Wapma is. Presumably that's somewhere that's totally not even close to this. I guess that's not... what is it? Is it a VOR? No, it's not a VOR. It's an NDB. No, it's not an NDB. It's gotta be an intersection then. Unless it just doesn't exist on whatever cycle this is in here. Yeah, it just... I suppose we could just look at plan mode and see how this is going to work anyways. We probably don't need it. I don't care. I'll ban you all. I really don't. Oh, what's that? Is this like, why does it not even show up there? Oh, that's really stupid. it's because I never inserted the thing on the... That'll do it. New accounts. So usually went and made a new account. I didn't even ban you, you're just timed out. Which should be over by now. I don't know why. There. Let's see this. Can you emo Zang Gang? Oh, lovely. Can you send me a list of PC parts? I don't know. Depends. We'll have to see about that. Hold up. What is this? What is, like, literally what? Okay, yeah, I don't know, whatever, that looks just fine. We'll go with it. Any discontinuities, which looks like there's one here. I think that's it. Alright, that's it. So we can just do that. That looks just fine. There we go. Never finished setting up the overhead panel, but we'll just do all this stuff first. Okay. I should like set like a chat time limit. Okay. That's done. So actually, no, just kidding. It's not done. I need to load fuel and everything else. Okay, so weight and balance. We have a 0 fuel weight today of 20,088 pounds. So we calculate. Well, let's put in the gas. So we have 4,676 pounds. So that puts us at 500 pounds over our max takeoff weight. Okay, so we then have 0 fuel weight of 20,000. So that would give us passengers of 11 people. That's definitely worth flying this plane for, but whatever. We'll go with like... So we have literally nobody on. Our 0 fuel mass is close enough. It's like 100 pounds off, or 100 kilograms, or whatever. Send that. I don't know if I actually calculated it. All right, we'll just do that again. All right, so we have gas now. There is a chat limit. Oh, really? Okay, let's go ahead and put in, no, not per fuel. So our 0 fuel weight is 19,966. Fuel on board tank 1 is 2340. And tank 2. Okay. So that's our gas. That is everything else. I think we're good. GPS, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Okay, so I'm going to cross-fill everything from over here. We can cross-fill that flight plan and the fuel data. Which, there we go. So now we should have our flight plan over there. My phone's going to die. See you later. Alright, well, plug it in then. Okay, whatever. So let's... So I think that's good. We can set the nav source, also our cruise flight level. So our nav source is going to be FMS1. Same thing over here. That's course. Whoops. Nav source. NAR, never mind. Okay. Whatever. Okay, altitude we can set to 17,000 feet. So that's our cruise. 17,000 is set. We can go ahead and hit this and engage go around mode. So that puts us at wing level. Actually, just kidding. We'll just put that in nav mode. And altitude select. And alright, let's go back to the checklist now. So DC external power, battery temperatures checked, landing gear, lights and pins checked. 3 down and green. Engine intake doors, green. Circuit breakers are checked in, those aren't modeled. Alt gear door inhibit switch. I don't think we're ever gonna like. I hope we're able to like push back. Yeah, because the other crap is done. Alright, whatever. Oop, crap. Okay, so bleed air 1 and 2 are off. What just happened? I should probably set the parking brake is set. Okay. Engine intake doors are green, circuit breakers. Alright, I already went through that stuff. Bleed air 1 and 2 are off. APU bleeds is off. It's not on. Recirc fan. Turn that on. Pressurization, our landing altitude is 2,181. So we can set that. So right about there. And alright, let's go back to the checklist. So packs are checked. Emergency lights are on arm. Fuel transfer off, quantity 2340 in both tanks. Parking brake pressure is checked. Power and condition levers are power is a disconnect. Fuel is off. No steering is going to be off. FMS is set. Takeoff and departure briefing is completed. Okay, so I'm going to leave the trim where it's at. And door and fueling lights should be out. I'm not actually entirely sure where the door lights are. I'm going to assume they're here somewhere. Something like that. Alright, whatever. So I think we can push now. I don't actually know. I'm gonna just start the APU real quick, actually. VN on. So once that's online, we will push, hopefully. I would have had this plane in the air a long time ago. Alright, this is literally the second time I've flown this. And we're only 20 minutes in, so who cares? I should probably set the altimeter. That would be good. Let's...
Los Angeles Airport information, Tango 17470, wind, cold.
Altimeter is 3005. I don't know how to...
Sky condition, ceiling 1800, broken. Temperature 2.12. Altimeter 3005. ILS, runway 7. Left ILS, runway 7. Right ILS, runway 6. Right
we're departing the wrong runway. Oh well, I don't care. Taking off at the tailwind. Great idea, right? Okay, shut up. Oh god, how do I turn this off? Send help. I think I press and hold. Maybe. No. Oh god. There we go. Alright, shut that thing up. Okay, so let's attempt to push back. Actually, hold on. Let's, before we do that, turn off AC power and external power. So now our APU gen is on. We can take away the external power. Should go away at some point in the future. Possibly. I don't know. Whatever. Looks like it's gone. Okay, so we will prepare for pushback and departure. want to face east. Yes. And, no. Alright, cool. So, we'll be on our way now. Ideally. This is going to be interesting. I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure that doesn't work like that in real life, but whatever. Okay. I'm going to put the gust lock on. Yeah, I have no idea how to change the barometer mode. I could probably Google. I'm going to quickly Google that.
Departure check completed. Flight document inserted. Release parking brake.
Let's...
Release parking brake.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Engines clear. Start that wheel.
Yeah, I don't know how to change the altimeter mode. I suppose I could just, I'll just Google it. Okay. It's 1017.7, so we'll just round to 1018. Alright, so 1018. Alright, so I assume they're just going to push us onto this taxiway over here, facing this way. So we're going to go ahead and start the plane. So let's go ahead and have a look at the checklist. Before start, trim is set, door and fueling lights are out, passenger signs can come on. Cabin report is received, flight deck door is locked, anti-collision lights come on. Oh wait, I know what to do. Just kidding, I saw that. APU bleed is off, batteries greater than 26 volts. That they are. So let's go ahead and start. So we're going to start engine 2, both ignitions to norm. Start that puppy. Maybe not. Okay, I guess not. What did I do wrong? This worked just fine yesterday. Put that in min. I don't know what I did wrong, to be honest with you. APU gen's on. All this stuff is on. Emergency lights are on arm. All that stuff is fine. Yeah, I really don't know. Maybe...
Unlocking gear.
There we go. Alright. Ignition.
Tow truck disconnected.
Start. Alright. Engine 1 is going to come online. Go ahead and switch this page back to nav. We can put in some rudder trim. A little bit of that. Okay. I wish I was an aeroplane. Alright, that is engine 1 started. Fire up engine 1. Put that. Start and feather. Which I think I might have just knocked it a little bit. Alright. So these are coming online. Okay, so that is both engines started successfully. So we'll go ahead and have a look at the checklist again. So after start, AP power, external power can disconnect. Main bus tie is off. Electrical panels is checked. Condition levers are going to go to max. Going to get that classic -8 noise. Okay, so auto feather is selected. And white. Fuel pumps are going to come on. Hydraulics are going to be checked. Looks just fine. Yep, hydraulics are just fine. Flaps, cross-check, and table. We actually need to set our V-speeds. I forgot to do that. We'll go ahead and set flaps 5. And I'm going to go ahead and have a look at the V-speed chart real quick. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is here, I'll show you guys this. Hello, there we go. So we're going to have a look at the V-speed chart. So we weigh approximately 25,000 pounds or 25,000 kilograms. So we want to look here. So 25,000 is, oh, this is the wrong one. I need to change this to metric. Okay, so about 25,000. So we'll actually no, we're more towards the 24,000 side. So we'll need a 24,000. So it is above 20 degrees Celsius, I believe. Actually, no, it is not. It is 18 degrees outside. So we do not want that. So we'll do flaps 5, VR, and V2. So that is going to be. I actually don't know what's the elevation here. 140 feet. So our V1 is going to be 118, VR is 118, and V2 is 122. So we'll go ahead and set that. If I could grab the thing. Okay. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do that. So 118. Sometime this year, and 122. Okay, so now our V-fry flap 5 is 132, which is our flap retraction speed. 132, and then our V-climb is 143. Which literally takes forever to get to. So I'm just going to hold the button down. Alright, 143. Okay, so that is set. All that good stuff is good. Alright, I think we're finally ready to leave now. So let's get a little bit of power. Maybe. There we go. Turn that parking brake off. We're just going to taxi all the way down to 25 right. Alright. Let's put on our taxi lights. And go back to the checklist. So, alright. Bleeds on and set to minimum. De-ice pressure is checked. Ice protection is unnecessary. Transponder TCAS on with altitude reporting. Hello? Are my rudders gonna work or what? I just need to put on nose wheel steering actually. Whoa. Alright. Okay, so taxi. Brakes. They're functional. Takeoff warning. is silent. Takeoff power set to NTOP. Alright, we need to go a little bit faster than this. Flight instruments are checked. Number 3 hydraulic pump. Alright, number 3 hydraulic pump we can turn on. That is this. Verify control movement. Yeah, okay, so that works. The yaw damper. That's the autopilot. That'll do it. Alright, cabin secured. So we can turn our anti-collision light to white. Just a little bit of this. Okay. Landing lights we'll put on. And pitot static isolation valve. All that stuff can come on. Please. Alright, I don't know. What is this thing? Oh god, we're cooking. Let's go ahead and slow that down a little bit. What is this thing complaining about? Inboard anti-skid. Oh, I forgot to put on the anti-skid. There we go. Alright, so that's fine. Let's keep her moving. Oop, that's a little fast. Okay, so go and hit the brakes here. So we're coming up on 25 right. Whoops, not the right button. Alright, so I think we're all good here. Flaps are set. That looks good to me. Standby hydraulics can come on. Auto feather is armed. Turn off the gust lock. And that looks good to me. Some rudder trim in there. Cool. Again, wrong button. So we're gonna leave now and begin our way to whatchamacallit. And for whatever reason, they made nose wheel steering controlled by the yoke instead of like the rudders like it normally is. Just whack my mic a little bit there. Okay. We're going to advance till we get auto throttle armed. Auto feathers armed. Up to 90. There's 100 knots. V1 rotate. Positive climb, gear up. And away we go. So once we get to 1,000 feet above ground level, we will put our props at 900 right there. There's climb. Alright, so that's cool. I'm going to trim it down just a tad. So we got some decent cloud cover. I'm going to go ahead and put in speed mode. We can go ahead and bring our speed up to, like, I don't know, we can climb out at like 210. Bring this nose down a little bit. I think we could... Alright, let's just put in the autopilot and let it do its thing. I want to see, we might need to take out some rudder trim. Yeah, we're going to need to take out some rudder trim. Never mind, we need more. So it's not, well, we're actually, I think we're making a turn right now. Yeah, we're making a turn. Are we there yet? Well, I mean, yeah. If you wanna think of it that way, I don't really know where I'm going with that. We can. I guess the clock starts automatically. That's cool. All right, taxi light can come off. We can go ahead and put the bleeds on normal. Cabin should be pressurizing. That it is. Alright, let's go ahead and have a look at the climb checklist. And after takeoff, we're in the clouds now. See, now this is why I like doing flight sims, for things like this. This looks so cool. I don't know, we might need, I don't know if we're going to get any icing. We're probably not high up enough yet. I want to say we're going to need a little bit less rudder trim, perhaps. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Landing gears up. Flaps are at 0. That is the thing I always forget to do in this plane. I literally forget to put the flaps up. So we can go ahead and do that. Flaps are up. Bleeds are on and at normal. Climb power is set. Altimeters are never going to be set to standard because we're only going to 17,000 feet. Ice protection is unnecessary at the moment. Pressurization is checked. Standby hydraulics and PTU can come off. Fuel pumps off. And auto feather off. Alright, well let's climb. So now we're pretty much done doing anything until basically until we get to descent. Which I'm gonna wait to plan any sort of descent. It looks like we are definitely doing some stuff here. I want to see. Okay, do I need more trim this way? No, definitely not. More trim this way. It's a little bit too far. Okay, that's about wings level a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So, spoilers are in flight mode. So we're coming out over the clouds now. Like, look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the speed up to like 250 maybe. Let's go with 240. So that'll bring our rate of climb down. Alright, so we're out over the clouds now. We got some pretty good cloud cover going on. We're at 13,000 feet, which means the landing lights can come off. And I think that's really it. Well, we can go ahead and put on the position lights. Pretty sure I was supposed to do that at some point. I need a thumbnail picture anyways. Something like that. Maybe that. All right. This might be a little loud, I'm not too sure. So we're at 240 knots, and we're gonna 3,000 feet from our. Alright, ice detected, okay. So let's go ahead and. I'm not entirely sure how to do this. I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, okay, there's definitely ice there. I assume that's just the just prop. Oh, that just says prop, okay. Okay, so I assume this is gonna de-ice us. Okay, so yeah, it's going through its de-ice process, I guess you could call it. Seriously, look at these clouds though. It's so cool. So we pretty much just get nothing until the arrival. And even then, the arrival is just straight in. So we just pretty much get to fly in a straight line now. So once we're up at cruise, we'll plan our descent. Which means this thing is still de-icing. I don't know how long this actually takes. Whatever. I'll turn off these seatbelts. So it's like we're pretty much just going to be like cloud surfing this entire time. Let me turn on the weather radar. So yeah, we get 125 miles to Mizzen, something like that. So we're looking at an arrival at Mizzen in like 20 minutes. So on inner marker, one left, 1850, which is approximately 40 minutes from now. There we go. Altitude alert, 1,000 to go. Let's see, what I was going to do is I was going to turn on the weather radar to test, but not to test it on. I don't know why the aileron trim is slightly... Alright, well that's pretty much level. Coming up on 17,000. Cruise around 240 or 250, something like that. So we're pretty much just going to be clipping tops of clouds. Ooh, some nice lag there. pretty much just going to be clipping clouds for the most part. It'll just inhibit that terrain. And the weather radar, maybe? I don't actually know how this works. So back off the power a little bit. Right about there. Maybe. I never turned that off, apparently. Alright, there we go. Our clouds are breaking up a little bit. Good stuff. It's downtown LA. I suppose I could put terrain back on just for kicks. Alright, well I'm gonna put some music on, and yeah. Well, actually, no, before we do that, I will... Our oil temp seems a little bit low. It's odd. Need more power? I don't know. That's odd. I guess, well, as long as it doesn't break anything immediately, I'm fine with it. So, yeah. Just one of the things I don't like about the dash is that you often end up cruising really low and you don't get to see anything. Power levers are tweaking out. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, well, we can close the sim brief window. I'm gonna put on some music, and we'll go ahead and enjoy some nice music. Maybe. See what we got here. Let's see what the NCS has got. Anything new about this? I'm just gonna give this a quick sound test. Yeah, that's just fine. All right, cool. Alright, well our ice is gone, so we can turn off the de-ice. Oh, there we go. Now it brings us up to back to normal. Alright, I was gonna say that's a little odd. we can go ahead and plug in our top of ascent. So basically to do this, this is mildly loud. So basically to do this, we go, I'm just gonna do it on this one. We go VNav, and then over here, I'm gonna go to flight plan, and we're gonna look for the last waypoint with a altitude constraint on it. So that, let's just make sure there's no vectors in here either. No, okay, we're good. So we're currently going direct to Meissen, and then there's our approach, really. So we'll go 5,300 feet at Nodi. So we want to find Nodi. That's number 4. Confirm that. Alright, so we should... Alright, so that's going to add a top of descent marker on our flight plan here. So that should give us a solid, I don't know, it looks like maybe 40 miles. Just about to get down, which should be more than enough for this plane, especially at 17,000 feet. So yeah, that's good. Alright. Shut up. That's nice. Alright. So, that's cool. There's no VNav over here. We'll just put the flight plan on over here. Alright. Looks like we're just coming out of like the mountainous area of eastern California, I guess. And we got some low-lying clouds that were around there, but now we pretty much have nothing, as far as I can tell. We're out in the desert now. That speed is doing pretty good. It's going down a little bit. Sticking a little bit more power. That's a little bit, not enough. Alright, so, yeah. We just get a little bit of some low-level dash flying. Screenshot. See if I can get a better thumbnail out of this. Maybe? I don't know. Let's try that. Like this. That's good enough. Alright. This song sucks. Yeah, whatever. Play this one. Alright. Some form of airport over there. Don't know what it is. I do get a really good frame rate in this plane, though. Even though you guys can't see it, it's kind of if I change this to 4 samples, I think it plays a bit better with OBS. Not really, actually. Never mind. I don't know. It's just kind of doing weird stuff. Yeah, it does the same thing. It's just kind of choppy and weird. I get it. Alright, well I doubt we're going to need the weather radar now, so we can just turn that into standby mode. I don't really know what this is, though. It's like 00115. Is that from the weather? No, it's not from the weather radar. It's part of the terrain overlay. I don't know. Alright, whatever. So we got about 100 miles to top of the sun. Alright. It's a very fun plane to fly. I enjoy it. But did I ever... I should switch off by itself, right? Alright. So I guess what we can do is we can... we'll wait, actually, to dial in a new altitude until we get our VNav going. It's just a very... It's a very manual plane. It doesn't... it's not like... Oh, boy. It's not like your typical Boeing or Airbus where everything is, like, super automated and, like, you know, it'll just descend for you. Well, that more not... It's more... I guess this plane is more on like the Airbus side of things because things that you think would be automated on an Airbus like aren't because they're just such automated planes. But actually, you have to initiate descent yourself in the Airbus, whereas in Boeing's, which are a bit more manual in that kind of sense, are it does it for you. So. What we can do, actually, is we're going to go ahead and tune in the Ils Frequency and course on both displays. So we are landing ILS 1 left. I didn't want to do that. It's ILS 1 left. Our localizer frequency is 110.1. You just have to FMS, so it should tune automatically. Alright. So ILS frequency is 110.1. And this should... Alright, that tunes by itself as well. And then we can press and hold format to bring this up. Still have our nav source on FMS so we don't go off course. We can tune the course, which is 10 degrees. Help I was turning it the right way. Of course, 10 degrees. Do the same thing on this side. Alright. Although it seems it's... Maybe I have to set... now it's on the right frequency. Alright, saucy. So we'll probably be landing flaps 15. Yeah, that's really it. So that's pretty much all we can do now. It's a nice hazy day out in the desert. Got some highways and stuff. Some sand-colored sand. Alright. Not as fast as an airliner, but still fun to fly. It's also, I guess it's less exact than flying a like an actual airliner, because there's so many things you can't do, like cruising. It won't hold the speed. You have to control that yourself, so you can just kind of approximate it. And you'd be like, oh, I just kind of want to go here, and if you want to change it, you can change it, and you don't have to, like, you know. Alright, we'll just play this. Alright. Well, I suppose we can actually tune in our landing speeds. So the FMS should give us performance info. So we're estimating a weight of 23,204 at Las Vegas. So we can look at our chart again. And we will have our landing speeds for so we're landing flaps 15, weight is 24,000, 117 and 117. So much variation. That gives us our approach and landing speeds. Especially in, like, that's like a really slow speed. At least for me, it feels like it's just like you're flying through molasses. We're also going to go ahead and get altimeter information because we aren't above 18,000, so there's really no point at which you're supposed to set it. So I'm just going to get it right now. Class VTOR. So 1015. I'm just going to set that now. Now, you know, I want to be descent, so 1015 is going to be set. Alright, we'll go ahead and dial in. Let's just look at the approach. We'll dial in like 3,000, which is actually really low. We'll dial in 4,000. VNav point comes around, we will be on top of that. This is a really straightforward approach. It's just literally straight in. So we can just pretty much engage heading hold mode and then fly right into the localizer, and we should be good to go. So, you know, there's a few things with this plane. You have to be patient, I guess, because if you're in heading mode and you have your nav source changed to ILS or LOC, it will, if you engage approach mode too early, it will basically put you into a hold because it thinks you missed the localizer, and then that'll just completely screw your approach up. So. Okay, so looking about 40 miles on top of descent. 40 miles should be more than enough to descend from 17,000 feet. So that's all good there. So once we get a little like purple V pop up here with some lines on it, we will engage VNav then. And once the line comes down, it will do its thing. Alright, so there we are. 74 to our the start of our approach, which is the unit marker I1. I'm assuming that's the start of the ILS is what it's actually referring to there. Alright. I'm assuming it's probably pretty toasty outside, so I might actually put on shorts today, although I'm kind of cold right now. What's the weather? Alright, 72 degrees. I'll try to finish the rest of it. Massive Cessna, basically. Massive 172. 2 engines that are mounted on wings. Alright, 33 miles to top of descent. Probably be there in about 10 or 15 minutes. So this thing is estimating 5 minutes to top of descent. So yeah, basically once we hit our descent, we will pretty much just pull the power back and let it glide down, and hopefully not put it into beta mode or beta range, because that does bad stuff when you're flying. Like overspeeding the props and murdering your engines. Oops. So yeah. I might need to adjust this haze though. I feel like this haze is kind of unrealistic. Although I don't know if it's a weather thing or like a simulated based on location and temperature thing. Takeoff weights. Maximum operating. 296. It's pretty toasty for that. We're cruising well under speed. But, I mean, there's not really much more I can do with this, though. I mean, I pretty much have the power. We have an extra 8% torque that we could possibly get up. So, like, even if I shove the power level all the way forward, that really doesn't do much for our speed. Which I want to keep us a little slow anyways. We'll power this back to about 60 where we had it before. So, yeah, we'll do right about there. really wish there was a connected FMS thing though. It really kind of annoys me how like I have to cross-fill everything, or at least the basic flight plan. But also what kind of interests me is how there's a go-around on this, but not on this. Oh, I bet you because there's probably a discontinuity that I never filled out or something. Alright, well we have 18 miles to top of descent. And we'll probably come down about 220 or 230 knots. There's some mountainous areas here. The terrain is really nothing much. And there's a little bit of a mountain there. Other than that, it's relatively flat. Alright, there's the needle. I'm gonna go ahead and arm VNAV mode. Getting a little fast. Go ahead and pull up our descent checklist. So we pretty much don't need these speed charts anymore, those can go away. So our descent, our pressurization. Actually, once we get around to actually descending. Alright, so I'm out of school, by the way. I don't know how many people that aren't my friends are watching, but school is done. So I'm probably going to be streaming like every day next week. But I can't make any guarantees about the week after. But yeah, I have a lot more time now to do what I want. I have like infinitely more time to do what I want now because I don't have to worry anything about school. So that's pretty nice. So yeah, live streams will be a bunch next week. And we will, yeah, we'll do some live streams and stuff. I'll probably make videos, maybe. So, I mean, live streaming is just more convenient for me, so that way I don't actually have to do like a recording session and then discover that it doesn't like my editing software or something, and then just have to scrap it. So live streaming is just a super easy way to like do stuff on YouTube. What I really need to do is a reinstall of Windows, but I don't really know if I want to do that because I've heard that it breaks your P3D installation, and then I'd have to reinstall like every add-on that I have, which is maybe not the most ideal thing ever. Alright, I'm gonna dump this music now. This music can go away. Shut up. So yeah, we got about 40-ish miles, which should be hopefully enough. So we should hopefully see that purple needle start to move. Maybe. Super sketchy mountain actually going on here. There we go, there's the descent. Pull our power back. So this thing is going to want to come down quick. Go ahead and reduce it basically to flight idle, which, funnily enough, funnily, is that a word? I don't know if funnily is a word. We'll just put it at about 10% torque. I feel like that kind of engages the data mode a little bit. Yeah, whatever. Some nice clouds going on there. So, pretty much coming in hot at this point. I'm going to go ahead and set the altimeter to 1015. It's going to put us a little bit above profile. So we're gonna, or a little bit below profile, actually. So we're gonna maybe come down at like 200-ish knots. Not 200, 230, somewhere around there. Maybe 220, actually. Yeah, we'll do like 220. So at this point, I'm gonna put this stuff on. We will have a look at our descent checklist. pressurization is set, GPWS flaps are set at 15, and briefing above below speeds and stuff is fine. I'm going to put our decision height. I don't really know what the decision height for this approach is necessarily. 1.8. I don't know. I've never known how to figure that out. Sure, yeah, sounds good. I'm just gonna say a little bit this every 400 feet. That's like 300, to be honest with you. I really don't know how to find that. Okay, we're getting a little slow. Bring his power up. It's a very fun plane to fly, in my opinion. Until I start choking on my own spit. All right. I'm just gonna leave the torque like right there, and that should be good. So I'm just gonna dial in a heading of right about there, about 35 degrees. Actually, no, we're so we have a little bit of a crosswind, which means we're actually so once we get close to the localizer, we'll go ahead and pop that in. We can definitely bring this range down a bit. So we actually are only like 7,000 feet above ground level right now, because as far as I can tell, I want to say the airport is at about 3,000 feet. Is the landing altitude? Actually, no. Landing elevation of this runway is 2,181. So we're about 8,000 feet above right now, which we should be good. Airport's off that way somewhere. We'll go ahead and slow down a little bit more. Not do that. I feel like we're banking just a little bit. Yeah, just a tad. No, we want more this way. If anything, we actually need a little bit of rudder trim. Just kidding, we don't. Alright, we'll call that about good. So I want to say the airport is right there. I don't know. I think that's the runway, the airport. something like that. So bring this range in. So the runway is in about 20 miles. Let's go ahead and bring the speed back. Ooh, rip. I accidentally put the power levers at disconnect. Didn't want to do that. Let's bring this down as much as I dare. Right about there. It's about as good as it's going to get. So we're coming up on approach now. We can go ahead and heading select. Put this back on VNav. The nav source to ILS1. We have localizer movement as well as glide slope. So we're going to go ahead and get onto that. So we can change this nav source over here as well. So we're going to go ahead and put in flaps 5. And actually, we're just going to rip. Forgot you had to put the gear down first. It's very picky about the way you do things. All right, now we can flap 10. So glide slope is good. So let's just go ahead and get our speed back. Still have about 10 miles.
2,500.
2,500. All right. Flaps 15. Pull our power back. And in we go. Let's, we need to set. Okay, approach. Altimeter is set. Fuel transfer is off. Fuel pumps are on. Standby hydraulics, PTU. Sim just froze. I'm just loading stuff in. Passenger signs are on. Caution panel is black. Ice protection is required. As required. Condition levers up to max. Bleeds come down to minimum. The passenger signs on, except for that. All right. Coming in a little hot, but we can always fix that anyways. So I would say that was fairly well executed on my part. Not to toot my own horn or anything. So got this left runway here. Alright, so I'm just gonna let this bring us in because I don't really feel like having to fly the plane this early, because I'm lazy. Alright, so I'm going to bring us in right about here, about this speed. Okay, plane is mine. So, alright, we're going to end up getting us a little bit of bank here. I feel like we need some more aileron trim. Whoa, that was a... Nope, too much. Okay. Let's just get this thing to drop out of the sky. bit to the right, or to the left of the actual runway.
1,000.
You have a little bit of a crosswind. Watch that speed. I really need to figure out the trim in this thing. I'm not used to flying prop planes at all. Oof, rip.
$500.
500.
Plus 100.
There.
Minimums.
Continue.
Minimums.
Glide slow.
Yeah. We're visual
Glide
anyways.
slow.
Shut up. Oof.
100.
Center
50,
line is trash.
40. 30.
Ooh, float.
20. 10.
Floating it. Alright. That was a terrible landing. Smooth, but really off the center line. Alright, we're going to take this exit to the right here. Idle thrust. Manual braking. Ooh. Good brake noises. Okay, yeah, so clearly I don't know how to handle a crosswind, nor trim an aircraft properly. Let's get that nose wheel steering. A bit of power coming in. Gust lock. Flaps come all the way up. We'll go to gate A. That's where I parked when I flew out of here yesterday. Flew down to Phoenix. All right. So let's just parking brake it a little bit. Let's have a look and see where Terminal 1, Concourse A. Just park there. Follow me. United. All right. So. Welcome to, what is going on with that? Alright, welcome to Las Vegas, everybody. So, that aileron trim was the worst thing I think I've ever seen. So I was clicking the wrong button, and I just ended up making it trim even more the wrong way. So I think I probably could have used some rudder trim as well. We need to watch some videos on that, figure out how to do that. Alright, we can bring off landing lights, put taxis on. Alright, let's have a look at the checklist. So after landing, control lock is on, anti-collision lights. Hello, red. Flaps are 0, weather radar is in standby, fuel pumps can come off. Flight taxi mode is on taxi. Ice protection is off, main bus tie is tied, and the yaw damper can also come off. Yaw damper. Okay, I don't know where the stupid follow me is. Oh, he's right here. Alright, excellent. A little bit more power. Skinner moving. Well, you know what would be also great is if we could get the stupid autopilot to turn off. That'd be pretty great. Ooh, wow, I love how everything just decided to load in right now. Thanks. Oh, well, I'm on the wrong taxi line, but whatever. I don't know where we're parking. Thought this was... Oh yeah, I see where we're parking. We are at this gate right over here. Saucy. Alright, bring her in nice and slow. Alright, right there. Parking brake. And I think we're going to cut the engines. Alright, those are going to go to flight idle. Parked a bit too far. Oh well. He bowed to me though, so I mean, it wasn't too bad. Alright, and they actually... That actually counted as me turning off the engine. Wow. Alright, so after 30 seconds, we're going to completely cut them. And we will... I assume this is the purpose of this is to let them cool down, because the checklist says shut down power condition levers to disconnect and start and feather. Power lever is at disconnect. And then after 30 seconds, we can turn the fuel off. In the meantime, these are idling. So if you turn off the weather radar. Alright. Weather radar, hydraulic pumps, P2 are normal. Weather radar is off. Standby. Bleeds. Minimum and off. GPU and APU as required. We will go ahead and get the GPU. Go ahead and pop that onto external power. Alright, lovely. Alright. Let's see, what else do we have here? Passenger signs can come off. Lights are as required. Turn off the taxi lights. Turn all these off. Passenger signs can come off. And lovely. Let's kill these engines. All right. So everything is gonna get all mad because we just shut the engines off. And oil pressure is low and whatever, and I don't really care. All right. So this is we don't care about that. So all the warnings are going to come in, but looks like we're done. So we can bring off all the pitot static. All this stuff is off. We can turn off the recircs. Turn off our engine ignitions. I feel like that's pressed in. No, it just looks different. Alright, whatever. Let's have a look at the shutdown checklist in the thing here. It's just this, literally the same thing I was just on. That's not the right one. God dang it, I just loaded up the same one again. Okay, there we go. That's the right one. Alright, leaving aircraft. Ice protection intake doors are closed. Research fan is off, ignition's off, APU is off, emergency lights off. Anti-skid. Not the right way. Off. Batteries and battery master. Off. Let's just go ahead and get rid of the external power then, because we don't need that. Batteries. Battery master can come off. And that's what we've got. Alright, so that was the Majestic -8 Q400. And we were like spot on that center line though on that. It makes up for the crappy center line on the landing. But yeah, thanks to everyone who came down and gave a watch. Maybe not so much to those who at the beginning of the stream, if you know what I mean. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. And hey, Captain, something, a couple emojis, Brazil route. Well, we actually just finished. We just finished the route from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. So we're pretty much packing up for the day. I'm gonna be doing more though. So if you're interested in coming back, probably maybe tomorrow or later this week, I'll probably be streaming every day. So yeah, see you guys later. bye.